Given that the Star Citizen Persistent Universe is the headline multiplayer component of the game, the title to this video may seem obvious, but fly around the verse and most of the time you'll see people playing solo, and certainly that's how many of us spend the majority of our time in-game. And yet, the game really opens up once you start experiencing it as a group. I'm Forrester, and in this video we'll explore some of the ways in which playing Star Citizen with a group of friends can really add to your experience, whether you're a peaceful trader or mining enthusiast, or a combat diehard. That's not to say that multiplayer gameplay is anywhere near fully developed at this point, because it isn't. Much of the game design is still built up around a single pilot, even in some of the larger ships. And although there are often multiple crew stations, mostly they're just placeholders until some real gameplay comes along at some unspecified point in the future. So why the title for this video, Better with Friends? That's not to take anything away from those of us who play solo or who spend much of our time playing solo. That's probably quite normal for an MMO, and something you might expect to see in other MMOs too. But it's the idea that once you get into a party, whether that's all on one ship or in multiple ships, gameplay really starts to get interesting. For this video, we'll just talk about the Persistent Universe, although obviously there are some multiplayer arena commander modes which can be fun for some arcade goodness too. There are a number of different ways in which flying with friends can improve the experience. Ship combat, for example, feels far more intense when you're communicating with friends. Whether that's having everyone in turrets in the same ship, everyone in their own ship, or a mix of the two, as soon as you're talking about what you're up to, the experience just feels so much richer. This was particularly the case in the Xenothreat event, where taking a group of 20 coordinated players across different ships of different sizes was incredibly satisfying. Trading is also improved by working in a pair, where the ship owner becomes the co-pilot, taking care of communications and takeoff and landing clearance, and then being ready to leave the ship quickly to go sell or buy cargo. Then, as soon as back aboard, the pilot can take off for maximum efficiency. Plus, it's nice to have somebody to chat to on the voyage from A to B. Then mining. Aside from the obvious advantage for a mole in being able to use all of the turrets, even just a second ship accompanying a prospector can be great, with one player finding the next rock to mine whilst the first is playing the mining game. Or of course, for exploration, where players can bounce off each other's creativity. And all of this is especially true for multi-crew ships, where some of the large internal spaces of many of those ships start to really make more sense in the context of multiple players. That's not to say there aren't challenges. If you're hoping to group up, you can pretty much build in a delay of 30 minutes whilst you all get to the same place. But I guess with all the talk of late about the potential role of NPCs or server blades, I really wanted to highlight just how fun this game can already be when it's played with multiplayer or multi-crew. I'd love to know your thoughts, and in particular if you have any good examples of playing with friends in the comments. And also feel free to share whether you enjoy this kind of discussion video or would rather I just stick to the facts in future. As always, thank you for watching, and if you've made it this far, you might even press that like button. Otherwise, I look forward to reading your thoughts on the matter.